It's way more than 0 minutes. Are you kidding me? The Nerd Chat, an Xbox podcast.
Is a podcast celebrating all things gaming, food, and the good old days.
Hosted by a group of best friends. If you'd like to find out more, visit nerdchatmedia.com.
This is Cortana. And remember, don't make a girl a promise if you know you can't keep it. As always, Spartans, see you online.
Oh, hello. Daddy D. Wally here, and welcome to the Nerd Chat, the official Denver Broncos podcast. Broncos country, you've been waiting almost a decade for this. The Denver Broncos are back in the playoffs. Praise be to Bo Nix. I believe, baby. We're coming for Buffalo. Then we're going to take it to the Chiefs and take back that victory they owe us from earlier this season. Then we're going to go to the Super Bowl and we're going to defeat the Detroit Lions, America's team. You heard it here first. The Broncos are going to the Super Bowl. Woo! Joining me as always is Chipotle Bear. Chipotle Bear, after I introduce you here, you introduce everybody else because I need to be wearing my Broncos hoodie right now, so I'll be right back.
Sounds good, man. Happy Thursday, everybody. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Our good friend Big Box is here. Great to see him. Also, De Niro, Todd, Silken, Nissa. Everybody shout out happy Thursday night. It's officially very cold here in Colorado. We're getting down to single digits, which I know it's colder in other places of the country, but definitely finally feels like winter here. And we got a big week of news, man. A lot of stuff about graphics cards and the future of gaming and CES, and we got news about the Developer Direct. It's gonna be a rad episode. So happy New Year, everyone! Let's pass it over to Bubble Boy and our number one Xbox fan.
She's got to wait till Daniel's here.
Oh, till Daniel's.
There's a hot take that he's gonna need to hear. So
let's go to the number one Broncos Jazz fan at Xbox fan, X Bacon Gaming. How are you doing, buddy?
So my title today says "Snow Sucks" because it does. Because I came off a 12-hour shift just to have to move all the snow. Eat real quick and then come up here to podcast. I'm trying to decide if I want to tell the fans how negative Dan was about the Broncos just a week ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
He did daddy daycare, so he didn't have to watch the Bronco game. But I won't tell the fans.
You know what, Bacon? I can hold my team accountable for losing almost four straight, limping into the playoffs like the Pittsburgh Steelers. No, we lost
the Chargers. We lost in Cincinnati. 2 road games, and then we smashed the Chiefs like they weren't even there. Rolled them.
And according to Travis Kelce, they were trying. There wasn't.
I'm sure they were.
Kelce
you forget I have these
on his podcast.
Wireless earbuds in, Bacon. So I could hear everything.
We rolled the Chiefs. It felt good. We broke the streak. We should have beat them earlier in the year because we had them until the left side of our field goal team didn't show up. But Dan, we'll let you back in the fold.
All right, what do you have to say to me, Cora? Do you see this hoodie?
Yeah.
You're in Broncos country. You're in Chief City.
Chief City.
Okay. Your hot take? You're live. People are watching. Your hot take on French fries. What was it?
Oh, okay, let's hear it.
Burger King French fries are 8 out of 10.
That's not hot take at all. Great. That's a great review.
Just wait. Okay, and then go on.
And McDonald's French fries are 9 out of 10.
Okay.
Okay, like it.
Okay. Now hit him with the.
What's the hot take here?
And
Chick-fil-A's
French fries are 10 out of 10.
Oh my! Okay, someone mute Cora. Get her out of here. I can't stand this. 10 out of 10, Cora. Cora, do you really like the fries, Cora, or do you like the sauce that you're dipping those fries in?
What kind of sauce
there it is.
Cora? What kind of sauce do you dip them in?
Thank you, Cora. Bye, Cora. Shout out to Big Box 1431. Get him out of. Somebody put Big Box on a 10-minute indefinite timeout saying, "Let's go, Bills." Get him out of here. You're going down. The curse is going to live on, baby. Your asses are grass this weekend, baby. Let's go. I believe, baby. let's be real, Bacon. If the Chiefs hadn't folded, do you think the Broncos were still going to be in the playoffs?
I do.
I'm pretty sure didn't the Dolphins lose so that the Broncos would have lost? The
Right.
Bengals
No
would have
matter
been
what.
in the playoffs.
Yeah, it would have been the
No.
Bengals.
Dude, the beat down we put on those guys wasn't just
stop.
a bunch of second team.
Stop.
Bacon.
Daniel
Dude.
and I just talked about this.
That's okay.
Come on.
I couldn't.
He's
hear-
capping,
I-
you guys.
I'm
That's,
mostly
as the
couldn't
hello
hear-
fellow kids is right, Todd.
Yeah.
Why is he
No.
capping so hard right now? With
Dude,
the
they could have
Chiefs?
hung 50 on the Chiefs if they wanted.
Yeah, on
Bills
that
are
version of the
8.5
Chiefs.
favorites.
Yes.
Doesn't matter.
It's the biggest loss that Andy Reid has ever suffered in his career.
Dude, they were embarrassed.
Right.
And it's going to bite them.
JV.
It's going to bite him. Patrick Mahomes is going to be 25 days without a game played.
That I could. Okay, so that.
Oh, you
Come
guys
on.
are crazy.
Nope.
Guys, listeners, nobody believed me at the beginning of the year. I put down $500 on the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl.
I still
because
don't believe him.
I told myself, if Andy Reid is in the position to be the first team in NFL history to win back-to-back-to-back Super Bowls, you bet your ass I'm betting on Patty Ma on those horrible Chiefs to go for history.
Nah.
Unless
Baltimore's
they're up
gonna
against
put
a
'em out.
healthy, dominant Lions team, that would be the only team that could stop them. All these people are like,
team?
"Oh, they're going to lose. They're going to lose." I heard Allie's brother Paul the whole season saying, "Oh, the Chiefs aren't going to win it again." And then every week they just kept winning. You guys, you don't
By
go
3
15-2, probably 15-1.
3 points every game.
All winners win.
a win.
And I hate the Chiefs.
So Vin Diesel-
Winners win. So if they
All about
win,
family.
it's a win-win for me. I'm going to make money, and if they lose, well, I'm glad the Chiefs lost. But either way, it doesn't
gotta
matter
get
because
past
the
the
Broncos.
Broncos.
Nobody picked the Broncos to make the playoffs. We're going all the way,
Yeah.
baby. Let's bow lead,
So
baby.
you
It's
lost
bow
$500.
time. I don't care. To see the
That's fair.
Super Broncos win the Super Bowl? Are you kidding me, Bacon?
500 well
Are you
spent.
kidding me? Anyway, gosh, I'm so pumped. Woo! Broncos country, we're back, boys.
I
We're
mean,
back!
I am pretty sure, and I will hold on. Penelope was December of 2015.
2014.
Okay, yeah. So
How
not a
does it say?
single. So not a single one of our children have ever seen a Broncos playoff game. So
Dan
Correct.
got married and had a bunch of kids in the time.
They've also never seen the Jets go.
This
And
is the
most
first.
of the
but-
NFL teams. Who cares?
That's true. Here's the thing.
Gennaro wants
You're
us
right.
back on game.
yeah, back to gaming.
sorry.
Oh, anyway, all right. Hey, this is a.
Thanks, Diego.
We're celebrating the good old days right now, Diego. I got to get this off my chest, Diego. Allie and I have been together since 2016. Our first date was watching the Broncos game right after they won the Super Bowl. Okay, this is the first time, Diego, I get to cheer on the Denver Broncos in the playoffs with my wife. Okay, just let that sink in.
Momentous.
And aren't you a Raiders fan? That's why he doesn't want us to talk about it. The Raiders are trash.
That's the worst team ever.
You better.
fielded.
I hope you. Good luck. I don't know where. I don't even know where they're picking. Who
They
cares?
probably decided to win a game to lose the number one pick.
Just like the Patriots. What were the Patriots doing? Anyway,
the
back.
Giants the week before.
Yes, back to gaming. Let's get to the shout outs, Jose. I have a shout out for my sister, but I'll save it because I'm about to go off on my sister. Shout out to Linda, the gamer gal. And this was on our previous episode. GG on the games you beat in 2024. Thank you so much, Linda. And shout out to Fatosawa. Great episode as always. Y'all never miss. It was great hearing all the games you played throughout this year. Looking forward to next year and hoping to see the channel hit 500 subs so Dan can smash those 8
Yeah.
JBCs.
Never gonna happen. But no, sorry, the
The
500.
Metroid
I hope.
picture looks amazing. By the way, do we know Fatasawa? Do we know who this is?
I don't know who that is. A fan.
Shout out,
Shout out to Fatasawa.
a real fan, you guys, checking out the
several.
Metroid. Because you know why, Jose? We don't miss a week, Jose.
We're not the trophy.
Next shout out. Oh no. Shout out to Ains, who was recently permabanned from the show. 2 things. 1, perfect games on Steam. He's referring to the perfect achievements are utter nonsense.
Oh, that's. Are you sure he wasn't
Yes.
saying like Indiana
Yes,
Jones
no,
wasn't a
that's
perfect
what he's
game?
talking. No, that's what he's talking about. He
talking
said
about like a
number 2.
platinum.
Yes.
Why?
Number 2, love you guys. We love
Yeah,
you too, Ains.
he brings it back.
By the way,
What
what's up
about
with them?
learn
Wait,
nonsense?
Chance. What's up with them recording earlier tonight all the guys we need for our fantasy critic, and we couldn't have done the fantasy critic job.
Hey, I couldn't tell you. It was funny because I went to pull up our show to post it on our Blue Sky, and they obviously popped up, and I was like, I swear to God, for a second, I was like, wait, is it? Maybe it's not Thursday.
Yeah, they randomly. The Couch Co-op, you see like how often was it bacon? I thought it was like every other week, and then they dropped to like once a month, and now they're just
like once every 6
Jose,
months.
post that one.
Yeah. Danero Primero
Post
asks, so
that
what
one.
happens if Dan can't do the 8 JBCs?
I think Diego gets to come
Have
up
we
with
come up with the punishment yet? That's a great question.
That's a
yes.
chat thing. Let's put a poll up.
Yep.
That's a good
He has to
Let's get the chat.
replay all of Destiny 2.
Oh God! I'm eating
From
those
the
burgers.
beginning.
I'm eating those burgers. Great question, Diego. Guys, like Diego said, let's get back to gaming. Jose, let's jump into Xbox news for the week.
News team, assemble!
News story number 1, boys. It's official. Announced today. Developer Direct returns on January 23rd. A celebration of what's coming for Xbox players. And this is coming direct from the Xbox Wire. Bacon, please do me a favor. Don't ever send me a link to Windows Central ever again. Just use the Xbox Wire. Windows Central is so bad. I can't support
Why?
Jez and all those advertisements spamming my screen every 5 seconds.
Dude, the stuff from The Verge is way worse.
Really? I get no ads.
I support people in our community who champion our cause.
I agree. I second.
Just saying.
Jez champions or he draws clicks. Throw that out
You
there.
don't listen
By the way,
to the
Jez,
Xbox 2, do you? I listen to the Xbox 2 every week. Sir.
I listened to Jez with
Brando?
Xbox Expansion Pass recently.
All right, moving back onto
moving on,
games.
moving
All
on.
right, back to Developer Direct.
So the Developer Direct will happen this Thursday. Thursday, January 23rd. Sorry, which is perfect for us because then we'll be able to do our episode reaction
Well,
to it.
yeah, Phil called. He
Yeah.
asked.
Yeah,
I think
he
he
made
asked
sure.
Jose, wasn't it?
Yeah, we are the official Xbox podcast, by the way, guys.
Definitely the number 1 Broncos Xbox podcast.
There it is. So at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, I would love to do a live stream of this. I might, because I might be working from home that day. So if anyone wants to join me, maybe we'll do that. So we will be talking about south of midnight, heading to Montpellier, Paris. Is that how
You could
absolutely
say
not.
the
I was
English
waiting for
version.
the Jose. I was waiting for the.
Furthest from
I'm Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
And Jeff. Sandfall Interactive for Claire Obscure. Just call it Expedition 33, you guys. And then we're gonna go to the legendary id Studios in I didn't know this, Richardson, Texas, to check out Doom: The Dark Ages. We also have a question mark game, and they've set the precedent before. We're probably gonna get another one now, right? Another banger slanger. Random
Unannounced.
drop,
Not
unannounced.
from that studio, I can tell you that.
So, guys, what do we think? Jose, I'm going to throw it to you. Jose, what do you think that question mark game is? And by the way, are we concerned that Fable is not officially here, or is Fable the question mark game? Jose, tell me.
Also
what you
a
think.
Valve. So
I don't think they would put.
Jose, Valve's already had it, so we don't need to say
Valve
about
was
it
at the
again. We
last
had it
one.
last
Was
year.
it? That's right.
I don't think it's Fable just because that's like putting literally all 4 of their, at least 3 of their 4 heavy hitters for the year at the beginning. I don't think that's a good marketing strategy. And I do think also Fable needs more time. Like Chance asked us to talk about things we think might get pushed to 2026. That's very high on my list that Fable could get pushed into 2026. And honestly,
Yeah,
I'm fine.
I'd be okay with it.
I
If
have
Grand Theft
literally no
Auto,
issue with that.
I think we talked. Did I talk about that with you and Todd? I don't remember. Maybe I did.
Maybe.
Jose, if Grand Theft Auto's in the fall, get it out of there. Get Fable out of there. The game would get buried.
Yeah.
Punt it.
Even if it's done and ready.
Only I think who talked about this recently. Maybe it was on Unlocked. The only game that can stay there, Call of Duty.
I don't even know if Call of Duty.
No,
could do.
Call of Duty's coming. Sorry, Jose. Anyway, keep going.
No, I know coming, but I'm saying like if they announced that GTA was dropping, let's say October 15th, and that's when GTA was slated, I honestly think they should move Call of Duty. Like I think GTA 6 is going to dominate at least a month worth of the game.
Bacon, what Chance? Look at Bacon's face with this. Bacon clearly doesn't understand the power of Grand Theft Auto 5. Does he
Well,
not?
for one, I'm not going to be playing Grand Theft Auto, so
Yeah.
You will literally
right
be
where it's
probably
at.
the only hardcore gamer in the world.
Well,
Who
or
will
any
not be
gamer
playing on
without
console.
I don't support
Console.
Rockstar's bullcrap policy.
I
making
appreciate
people
that,
double
Bacon.
pay.
I appreciate that.
and
those
it
guys.
might isn't it not starting on PC? Did that get changed?
I
I
mean,
mean,
here's-
it's going to.
Go ahead, Jose. Sorry,
So
we
here's my
cut you off.
question.
What do you think
I mean-
the question mark game is? Did you
I mean,
answer that?
so I'm trying to think about the way that I thought about this was they try to do the developer direct, like give us like the first 6 to 8 months of the year, right? So
Yes.
something kind of in the first quarter, something in late spring, something in summer, and then kind of fall. That's historically what they've done. So looking at that, I would guess that like Doom is probably a summerish game.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe so I think Todd said April. Like I would be fine with that being the April one. Maybe the Clair Obscura is like the early one, right?
Claire,
Behind
who
Val-
cares
or
about when that
after.
is?
I care about. I think it's going to be interesting.
No, I mean,
I'll
like,
keep going.
I'm talking about, like, maybe predict just the first party releases here. So you're thinking Doom in April, Compulsion, maybe that's like an August game.
Maybe that's an August game.
Because we've already got Avowed in February.
Yep.
Question mark game, though, Jose. Answer the question. What is
So,
the question mark?
The only one that I could think of that I would love to see is like Towerborn. I would love to see more from like that
It
studio.
says unannounced game
unannounced.
right in there.
So then how would I know what it is?
It's got to be. It's got to be the Oblivion.
Code Veronica.
remake.
That's
I'm
the
asking you to
unannounced
guess. So, okay, how about this? How about this? Do we think this is another first party game, or could
Yes.
it be a third party?
Yeah,
game.
no,
For their
it
developer direct, I would assume it's a first party.
Well,
game.
no, because Expedition 33 is not first
Exactly.
party. And it's here too.
Last year they added the third party too.
Oh yeah. What
to,
was?
to it wasn't Final Fantasy? Was it?
But
No, it
to
was,
drop it like this, it would be odd to have it not be third party and have it be the surprise.
I
Is this the
approached it more
Oblivion
from
remake?
the perspective of if it was a shadow drop game, right? What would that be? As you know what I'm saying? Like I would assume a smaller title. And I'm not saying it will be a shadow drop. No one has said that. There's no hinting of that. I'm going that solely based on what happened 2 years ago.
Wait, okay. Raise your hand. Will it be 4 games? Raise your hand.
Well, yeah, it
Or
says.
will it be 5?
Oh,
Raise
I
your
see.
hand.
Five.
4.
I
I
see.
think it's 4.
You think it's only 4?
Yeah.
I think it will only be 4 if that's like something crazy like Oblivion remastered. If it's not, I think we're gonna get 5. Because how many was last year? I gotta look this up. Sorry, Bubble Boy, give us your thoughts.
Well, I'm wondering. So, are there? And I'm sure they wouldn't be this out in the open about it, but I'm wondering: have they built any brand new studios anywhere that have been announced? Like, is there something we just learned? Which studio was it that's in
Well, it was
Lakewood,
acquired
Colorado,
that
the
had-
other day? What game was it? Was it the Friday the 13th one that they had studios here in Lakewood? We were like, wait, what? We had no idea. So I'm wondering, hey, does a first party studio have a studio that just opened up, and they want?
I think it's gotta be something ready for this year though, Bubble Boy.
Well, it doesn't mean it's not.
Okay.
But I'm
that's
saying,
interesting.
what's their most recent studio?
Here's the thing,
I don't
guys.
know.
For context, here we go, Bacon, before I throw it over to you. Last year, remember, it was Ara, Avowed, Hellblade. Indie was the question mark game, if you remember. Oh, no, Indie wasn't the question mark game. It was Visions of Mana was the question mark
that's
game.
right. It was Visions of Mana.
Then we had Indie, right, as the surprise one, if I'm not mistaken. Whatever.
Ooh,
there were 5
Daniel.
games. There were 5 games there, guys. So 4 first party, 1 third party. Double Fine's new
That's a
game,
good
said
guess,
Diego.
Nero. That's a cool one. I would be down with that.
Guys, this
been a
is
minute.
getting crazy. It is getting crazy. This is crazy. And by the way, I forgot to read this. Soaking It said, I don't care about GTA 6. I'm with Bacon. Well, you're the only one soaking it. Good.
Well, I care.
Well,
about
no,
it. I
keep
just
reading.
don't-
He's not the only one.
I care about GTA 6. I just don't care for Rockstar's practice.
I
That's
agree,
fair.
Bacon.
That's a
I
fair-
completely.
that's fair,
I think
Bacon.
it's really stupid.
trash.
Diego says he only
Ooh.
thinks it's going to be 4 this time.
That's a good one too.
Big Box
I heard
State
that's
of
delayed.
Decay 3.
That's a
I
good
don't
one.
think
Wait,
so. Big Box.
Who said that?
Big Box
I'm a
1431.
man. I'm 40.
Oh, Big Box. Did you see the dunk clip of me? Shout out to Jose for making me the greatest short ever. Go check our YouTube page. The short is up, where I'm just slinging threes, dunking it.
Was
I'm
it
getting
like
a bucket.
Wendy's dunk the other day
and
where he
NBA
just like
game.
literally reached over and was like,
Dude, he looks so. Anyway, we don't talk about it.
It looks
Anyway,
alien-like.
Bacon, closing thoughts on the developer direct. Are we getting 5? I think we're getting 5 games,
I think we
boys.
get
It's
5.
time to release the Xbox Power.
For starters, I want to shout out Xbox for continually
Yes.
being the only company who's
Jose,
given their
he's
fans a roadmap.
He's
Right?
absolutely right.
Nintendo hasn't shown us anything. PlayStation hasn't shown us anything. PC hasn't shown us anything. But Xbox is here. This is our third developer direct in a row, right? We also have a true E3 blowout. They're at Gamescom. They're at freaking Tokyo Game Show. Xbox is out there putting in the time.
Xbox is promoting the brand. I don't want to hear it, you Sony ponies and Nintendo fanboys. Also, wait, Todd said, why isn't it coming? What, in the 23rd? Are they waiting for something? No, Todd, guess when the one in 2024 was? The 18th. Not much of a difference, buddy. They're right on time. So go ahead.
It's a calendar. It's a different year. Calendars don't line up.
You know what I think we didn't ask though is which of those games are you most excited
Well,
to
let
see?
me tell you
And
what my
going,
question mark game is.
Okay.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
the
I wanna
Oblivion, it's the Oblivion remake.
Okay.
Oh,
Jose,
Okay.
Jose, we have breaking.
Oni-
Because
Oh,
that was in
shit.
the developer doc that they turned in.
Bacon. Wait, Jose, we have
Exclusive world premiere.
share the news, Bacon.
Well, that was in the FTC stuff that they turned in to acquire Activision, that the Oblivion remaster was definitely a thing. And that was like, what, slated for 2022 or 23?
gosh.
Right.
I remember all.
And
those.
that's going to be a shadow drop because it's already been played and released. And
You heard it here
it's
first,
just
you
a remake.
guys.
That will be the shadow.
Bacon
You
is
think they'll do
claiming
that, Bacon, like
I think
for
it
real.
will. On Oblivion remake?
No, I'm saying
It's like a 75-year-old game.
not because of
right
Oblivion.
before Avowed, Bacon.
That's
That would take all the steam away from Avowed.
Not even that. I'm
About
saying
to
more
be
just
fine.
the
You
like.
don't know when it's getting released though.
shadow drop. That's what
He
I
said shadow drop. That means the
dude,
day it's announced.
I don't think they'll do
Oh,
another Shadow Drop
sorry.
ever. I hope they do. I love when they do, but like,
Yeah,
hear me out.
I don't
high
think
risk,
so.
dude.
I
Hear me out.
don't think
It
so.
sets
This
a
is
bar
gonna
that
be
they
a-
can't hit every year.
This is going to be a free upgrade too. Because Xbox is consumer freaking
Hey, we
friendly.
got some hot takes.
Oh
out here
my
from
God.
Andy.
We are starting to. Are you hearing this, big box? Like, what is
This
going
isn't Sony. We're not
on?
charging $70 for The Last of Us.
De
which I
Niro
bought twice.
has an interesting quote in here. Quote from the Xbox Wire, and a visit a surprise location to see another studio's brand new game. It really says that? Where's
Yeah,
what
that's
paragraph
where-
does it say that?
That's what I read when I was like, they really highlighted this surprise location, and I'm like, they're trying to say something about the location
right.
here.
You're
That's
right.
why I was saying I wonder
Is
if
it?
it's
Is it a Japanese game,
chance.
maybe?
You're right. Visit a
Japanese studio?
surprise.
Maybe they bought that.
location.
Maybe they bought that team from Embracer that hasn't been announced where that team went.
And it just says another studios. Does that mean another random or one of our? It doesn't say our studios new. This is so exciting, you guys! Can't wait. I think that's why Todd's mad that it's so far away. But either way,
Bacon?
we will be. I don't know what Todd's talking about. We will be there.
I care, Todd. That's why I'm here every
wait.
week. We don't
Developer
miss
Direct.
a week.
We don't miss a week, Jose.
Who cares? Is he talking about Grand Theft Auto? I don't know. Todd,
Let's
elaborate.
move on to
I need more
news.
context.
By the way, totally
Let's go
forgot.
developer direct.
Totally forgot to do
Love,
timestamps.
and we all agree that we love the
Not even with
format
your new
of developer
journal?
directs.
I literally want to go back through the last year of clips. Every time Dan's like, forgot the timestamp. Literally, just like
I was so excited about the Broncos, Jose. I was
You
just
put it-
going
I
off,
knew you
man.
were.
You
You
can't
put it
blame me.
right next to like you're just gonna have to trust me or damn it on.
Can somebody in the chat go back and tell me when shout outs were and news story number one?
But Chase had a good question for all of us. What is of the three
That's
we
true,
know?
Todd.
Oh,
What is your
sorry.
most
Yeah.
anticipated?
What am I most
Please.
anticipated from the three? I mean, I want to say the one we don't know about, but if I had to pick between those three,
I
I'm
think
still-
South of Midnight.
South of
I'm still,
Midnight,
I'm still pumped
Dude,
for South
I think
Midnight.
that's. I mean,
That
I
game-
love Doom. I'm very pumped.
and I love Doom too. Like, I really love Doom, but like, South Midnight looks like
The
my
artsy
kinda
style
game.
of South of Midnight, but yeah, I'm gonna play probably more
Oh,
Doom. I'd have
oh
to
yeah. I
imagine.
mean, I don't know, man. I love Doom. Don't get me wrong. Which one do I think? I don't know. Which one do I think
Dude,
will
this
score
is
better? Probably Doom.
medieval Doom.
I'm not about the medieval. Anyway, moving on officially to news story number 2, 2355 for all you listeners out there. News story number 2. Xbox is revamping the Windows experience, and I'm pretty sure Eric and I were getting in a hot
Hours.
debate on
Mindless
the
chatter.
Nerd Chat Discord about this, but basically, if you check out this order, this is also coming from Tom Warren at The Verge. You really think this website has too many ads? At least I feel like
I like Tom Warren.
So clean.
But I
Okay.
support Jez.
Anyways,
It asks me every time I pull one up and asks about all the cookies thing on every new article I pull up. That's what was
Just
bothering
asked me
me.
about cookies literally 2 seconds ago.
Stop reading.
Anyway, it's coming
Stop
from Jason. Was it Jason Ronald? Right?
Yeah.
Microsoft's VP of Gaming said we've really been innovating for a long time in the console space, and as we partner across the industry, it's really about how do we bring those innovations we've incubated into and developed in the console space and bring it to PC, to bring them to handheld gaming, said Ronald. And Ronald added, I would say it's bringing the best of Xbox and Windows together, synergy, because we've spent the last 20 years building world-class operating system, but it's really locked to the console. What we're doing now is we're really focused on how do we bring these experiences to both players and developers for a broader Windows ecosystem. Bacon, you're the number one PC nerd here. Tell me what Jason Ronalds is saying to us right here in this interview.
They're trying
he's
to
trying
make
to say.
they're trying to make Windows lighter and trying to make it like this handheld experience more of a console experience, which makes sense. It doesn't work extraordinarily well touch controls and stuff like that. We know. I think they're going to try to make kind of a Steam Big Picture mode, which I hate Steam Big Picture.
Yeah. Ugh.
You know, with the new Steam whatever operating system, I get why they're doing this. And unlike everyone else, I don't hate the experience of my ROG Ally. It literally is just a miniature PC, and I already know how to work a PC.
I don't hate it either.
Right. I don't see a loss. I mean, if they can make it lighter and give me better battery life,
Yes,
hey, okay.
that would be
great
point.
Make the Windows operating system lighter for a handheld. Give me better battery life. I am all on board with that. But all the people that complain about the Xbox app and the Windows Store and all this, I don't get it. I have no problems with those ever. Oh well, it is what it is. But they do need to keep up. They need to keep up with what Steam's doing, and if they can license out or do whatever to keep people gaming on Windows as opposed to gaming on Linux, it is a better idea, and it should need to happen. So I'm sure Todd's got a whole list of complaints in the chat for us. Todd, we're waiting for your list of complaints.
Always,
and
Todd,
Eric.
you're welcome.
So no, it's a good thing. Nothing bad can come from this. They've been talking about it for a while. It's time for them to make a lighter version of Windows for a handheld, and maybe even for laptops. I mean, it makes sense. So
What I wanted to point out is this last quote. Jose, we're focused on how do we bring the experiences of both players and developers to the broader window. What about this? You develop one version of the game,
yep,
and it runs on Windows and Xbox operating system. Jose,
Why do you think? Hold on, real quick. Why do you think that they've been talking about putting Steam and Epic on the next Xbox? This is why, because they're going to make one version of every game, and it's going to work across the board. So there we go. Sorry.
Todd says I support Eric, Jose, and Diego says Bacon doesn't have any issues because he's got a supercomputer.
Oh, not anymore.
Shut the up, Gary.
Oh, okay. Not super as of like 3 days ago. We'll be super again in like 3 weeks.
Wait, I gotta before you go, Jose. Todd said, "Did you see the Legion Go is $100 cheaper than the Windows version? Does the Wisner version need to make their OS cheaper, their tier OS cheaper?" Handheld. No, you know why it's $100 more? Because you can do $100 way more worth of applications on a full Windows device, Todd. I could literally run the podcast the next time I go somewhere from my Legion Go. You can't do that from a Steam Deck. Okay? Sorry, Jose. Please.
Here's what I was going to say, and I know Dan's going to make fun of me, but just bear with me for a second. So
it's going to be Apple related.
It is.
Here it is.
Literally, it is. About 5 years ago, this is something that Apple started to do with their ecosystem between Mac OS and iOS, the phones and the computers. They said, we have built programs so that if you develop an app for your phone, you basically run it through this software, and it will basically do all the work for you to make it run on the Mac. That's basically exactly what you said, and it is what they need to do, because if you're a developer, right, and that is the major problem of people that develop games right now is what do you develop for? Do you develop for Nintendo and you have limited hardware but higher sales in terms of numbers? Do you develop for PlayStation, Xbox where you get higher power but potentially less numbers? Or do you go PC where you can push the most into your vision, but you're potentially having to do the most coding? You need something to unify that vision so that people can bring more games to the masses. So this is a big win. And I'll be honest with you, I'm a little more on the fence about the SteamOS thing. It doesn't bother me to have it, but here's what I think is interesting. Shout out to our buddy Luke, who just released a really great review on the Steam Deck. He spent like a month with it. He put hundreds of hours into it. It's a really, really great review. Go watch it from XCP. But one of the things that I thought was so interesting in his review was he was like, it's great if you want to play the Steam games. It's the best experience. It's better than I expected because he's a big console only guy. He doesn't want to have to tinker with things or update drivers or anything like that. He wants it to be just I open box and I play the game. I get it, but I honestly, when I was hearing it, I was like, I'm actually really glad that's not what I experience on my Ally. Like, yes, and I'm fully admit that the driver thing sometimes is maddening. Sometimes, like when I want to play a game and having to update my iSUS app, like that does kind of be a pain sometimes. But I love that I can play my Epic games. I love that I can play my Xbox games. I like that I can play the Steam games. And when I first got my PC that I'm recording on right now, I have only had a Mac for the last 15 years of my life. I did not have a PC available. And so literally when Bacon came to help me build it, we had to build a thumb drive for Windows. And I was like, I don't know how to do this because I don't have a device. Like my wife doesn't have she has a Mac. My kids have iPads. And literally my Ally, we were able to download it all, plug in a USB-C drive, create the stick from my Ally to boot my major PC. That's insane. That's so cool that system works like that. So I do think they're smart to build this, but I don't want to lose that functionality. I think that's giving up a lot if we fully just go the other direction. That's what I think.
Great point. So I got to get the chat in here. Todd said Steam has been the leader in PC gaming. Without the Steam Deck, I'm not sure Xbox moving forward. Yes, I agree. I think Steam has moved. Absolutely, we have to give Steam credit for pushing PC gaming forward because you're right. Who knows where it would be if Steam didn't exist? At the same time, though, like Jose said, there are some quirks and limitations, and that's a reason why I was considering a Steam Deck, but I was like, I want that flexibility. And you have to admit, Jose, you kind of mentioned it. Even with these devices, as they get better and better, they will launch into like a more simplified overlay over Windows. And it's pretty simple, you guys. I sent our Nerd Chat Discord videos of me starting a game from a cold boot, clicking two things and getting into a game. Very easy. I clicked the Xbox app, I launched Sea of Stars. I clicked the Steam app, then I launched Blasphemous. It not rocket science. Okay, kids are doing all kinds of crap on their phones. It's not any different. Bubble Boy.
Because I've been waiting to weigh in. I not that I didn't believe you, Bacon, and maybe I should have given you more credit at the time. Because when you had first said you were playing a lot of zombies on your Ally, right? I was like, no, I'm not going to even try that. And God bless the ROG Ally for my vacation. I'm not sure I would have been able to get through it. Flawless was the word I used. It ran Call of Duty Black Ops multiplayer flawless. I had good internet, which is obviously part of the equation, but the efficiency, the speed, even on my mega rig over here, or what I think is a mega rig, well, compared to most people, Bacon.
I like the terminology, sir.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking shit. I push maybe 15 seconds and I am firing up Call of Duty, which I can't even do on here. Yeah, no.
I was told it's like a 4-hour process to get into a game, and you got to download drivers every time you play
cloud
a game.
The cloud gaming worked so good. And I again, that's where I feel bad because I was like, this thing's only going to work for like 8-bit, 16-bit games. It's only going to work for indie games. I'm going to try other things.
I should try indie.
I specifically still haven't tried indie on it.
That's probably
because I wanted to. Well, no, maybe
you
not.
can stream indie, no problem.
Oh yeah, that's right. We always forget we can stream.
That's what I'm
directly
talking about.
From the app. God,
that's what I'm talking about.
That.
The streaming is where it's at, and I am shocked that I'm saying that out loud. But pound for pound, dollar for dollar, penny for penny, that Ally might be my better purchase. I just
Oh yeah, pound for money for. Oh yeah,
dollar for dollar,
Yeah, dollar for dollar, maybe.
dollar for
but
dollar.
dude. If you got it
functionality
for
for
$3.99 or less, Jose, absolutely. This Legion Go is could be a laptop replacement. I
did
could get
not
a
mine for
wireless.
$99 or less. So
Okay,
I'll
well, I got mine for $3.99. I can get a wireless keyboard and mouse, and this is literally. I read reviews on this saying this is my iPad Pro replacement, and people that's what you use this for. And it's like, and I can game on it. So, what Bubble Boy is saying is not. You're right. Maybe when
And I'm
you got
shocked.
it at first,
I'm not super mobile either, but it is just so cool to be able to be with my family upstairs, right? and nobody's really engaging with one another, but we're all together, and I can be playing Call of Duty, and I can almost instantly switch to Final Fantasy VI if I wanted to. It's just cool, man. And
that keeps on giving.
But don't you have to download your saves onto a thumb drive and
never Bacon.
and
I'm not
move 'em
smart enough.
over?
Not
Isn't
smart
it
enough to do
really
any of
super
that.
difficult to game on
Nope.
PC?
Nope. And it was overwhelming the first time. I remember being like, Bacon drivers, what are these? And it was funny because I think when Joe was on, he was like, no, I haven't played it yet. I'm still downloading updates and everything. And there is that, but you win in the long run. Like you are getting what all the time you put in, you get back tenfold. So
Yeah.
And yes, De Niro, I'm going to talk about my background later. So
Yeah, I will say the only concern with these new handhelds and is a continuing issue, and we have to address is battery life.
battery life.
Battery
100%
life is
battery life.
but
unless
hold on.
you pay $800, $700 for an Ally X, which does give you it's shown 3 to 4 hours of like real power, like AAA demanding games, which I would love. I'm not gonna lie, but
I'm so glad you said that because I was floored. I was getting an hour to an hour and a half, which you can laugh at,
Yes,
of streaming Call of Duty multiplayer. That was way more than I thought I would. When
And
I
then spend
tried
time with your
playing,
family.
yeah, when I tried playing Hogwarts Legacy on it, downloaded through Steam, obviously, like 40 minutes, and that was pushing it. But I could easily get an hour and a half at like 50% screen brightness. I'm sure if I turned it down to like 10% at night, I could have gotten close to 2 hours, which again might sound outrageous, but am I really going to be playing on that? My hands started to hurt before for 2 hours. So
just to close on this, Eric and I were in this big debate, and I agree. I do think Windows needs to be simplified, especially if they want to see the success and growth of the Nintendo Switch audience out there. Right? And I got to give Nintendo credit. It's easy. It's a portable, very competent, simple to use device that does work and does have excellent battery life. But the counterpoint is that I don't think it's as difficult or as crazy to manage for casual people. Because I mean, no offense. Look at Nissa. Shout out to Game Positive in the chat. Nissa, pretty casual gamer, am I right?
She only
She's
plays
managed
on
to
Mac.
use her ROG Ally
Everything.
pretty exclusively, and she seems to be having a good time. And I don't know. I feel like there's got to be a balance. And like I think Bacon said it best. If there's a reason that we could do a Windows Lite operating system that's simple could give us more battery life, yes, I am all for that for the handheld.
Yeah, because I want
market,
to shut
so.
down background tasks. I don't want a bunch of stuff running, killing battery life. So
Mega Rig.
fair.
Todd, I completely agree. The initial setup is bad. It is bad. It's bad when you get a new laptop. It's bad when you get a new PC. It's the price of doing business. I mean, is it really that bad? No, Bacon. You just download and wait. But some people I can see be like, I thought I updated this. Why is it telling me I need to update this? It's not user friendly. I think maybe that's what Eric is pushing. That's what same with Zenkai Goose would argue is that these you want it to be a simple plug and play device.
But to your
Go ahead.
point, Dan, and I'm honestly on the side of like I don't mind the waiting, like I don't mind being organized and stuff. But when you get a Nintendo Switch, even the Switch 2 that will come out in a month or two, any game that you plug in for the first time, you have to pay an update.
True.
Even Nintendo, the number one easiest system.
Yeah,
And
I
if
showed you guys. I showed you in my video.
I
I
know.
put in a brand new Nintendo Switch game, Super Mario Wonder, and it wouldn't start because it said it needed an update on a cartridge
on the
game.
cartridge, yep.
Sorry. So was that it, Jose? You like, yeah. No,
Zenkai's in the chat.
Zenkai Goose is lurking, and the Zenkai. Jose, we need a
People want to ride too. Pick them up.
Zenkai on permaban. You're welcome back on the show anytime, Goose. By the way, Todd asked, "What am I drinking?" You hear that?
Electrolytes.
Correct.
Emergency.
I'm drinking,
Urine.
I'm drinking BPN electrolytes
So
and
salt.
creatine.
Yeah, salt.
He just put white Gatorade in a cup to look fancy. Don't worry about it.
It's cheaper and it's delicious, nutritious. I was trying to think of another word like the lawyer from Seinfeld. Let's move on to news story. Oh, number 3, 39,
timestamps. Way to be on
20,
top.
boys. 39, 20. Bacon, take it away. He's been waiting
Ooh, bacon.
all year for this. The NVIDIA announces its next gen RTX 5090, 5080, 57 GPUs. Bacon is already prepared to pay $2,000 US on the 5090. The 5080 is $1,000, and the 5070 promising 4090 performance for only $549 US. Bacon, take it away.
All right, gentlemen. As I said that night, hold your horses. There's no way that a 12 gig VRAM cards can compete with a 24 gig VRAM card. And I'm right. They're basing that solely on DLSS 4 versus a card that does not have DLSS 4. Okay. Not to say that 57 isn't going to be a banger slanger. It definitely is going to be a banger slanger. NVIDIA, they did what they did. I am Jensen Huang is an awkward
beast, bud.
individual. He's
Beast,
very
bud.
awkward. He wears funny coats.
He's got a dope jacket.
Yeah. Dan's going to show us what it's like to
No, go ahead. I'm just trying to show like if it works.
So if you've been living under a rock, and my NVIDIA stock took a little bit of hit today, and I don't know why. I can't wrap my head around it. 5090 basically is completely double everything of the 5080. Double the VRAM, double the shaders, pretty much double everything. So to me, it's worth it. It's worth it for all that because I always buy the highest tier card possible. I'm never going to tell someone to buy a 5090. Let's get this straight. I'm never going to tell any of you to buy a 5090 or a 4090. Mine's for sale, by the way. Anyone wants to buy it, let me know. About $1,000, cool, clean, we're done. It's an exciting time because I know I'm going to be on the bleeding edge for the next 2 years, and I don't have to touch anything else in my rig. It's done. I can save some money and pay off some bills. It's very, very heavy into AI. That was pretty much 99% of Jensen's presentation was AI related. But it's an exciting time, and that's the funny thing is I also watched the AMD presentation completely, so I watched them both. And AMD didn't say anything about their GPUs, and I'm not sure if it's fear, but rumors have it that the 9070 is actually 4080 power. So
You smell that rabbit?
I'm not sure why. Not sure why they didn't say anything. So it's a little bit of a confusing time.
I think it'd be like if the Cronkies were in a press conference with the Monforts, and the Cronkies were talking about like all the money they're putting into
winning.
and all the acquisitions and the winning and the championships, and they turned over to Dick Monfort and they're like, "Well, what have you been doing, Dick?"
Party deck.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way I took it.
And to be completely blunt, I'm actually shocked at these prices. I thought Nvidia would Nvidia worse because they know AMD can't compete, and they didn't Nvidia as much as I thought. Now, the Halo tier product of the 5090, it makes sense. I'm already prepared, and I was expecting 2,500, like in the pit of my stomach, and I don't think I would have bought it for 2,500. But when they came out with that, I'm like, I can swing that. That's
You
not
bought
a
that
problem.
and a 5070. Just for
Right.
fun.
And so, I mean, the price on that 57,549
To
the
trade
TI,
with the guy getting rid of his 4090. That's what.
the 5070 Ti is actually affordable, and it's just a cut down version of the 5080. So it's exciting times, but they are saying stuff like for every frame they render, DLSS 4 is interpolating 3 frames. So I'd like to see the lag, and that's why I always tell people to pay attention to independent reviews before you buy anything.
Go to
Please don't
Gamers
pre-order-
Nexus.
Please don't
Gamer
pre-order
Jesus.
yes. Hardware Unboxed, Jay's 2 cents, all those guys, they will line us. They will measure the lag that comes with DLSS because there's inherent lag with DLSS. So before you run out, pre-order, sell stuff. I did that 2 gens ago where I pre-sold all my stuff, and then the freaking pandemic hit, and
the
I was
shortage,
without a
right?
GPU, and I had to game on console, and it was a terrible time for me.
Poor
but-
bacon.
But a 40 series is still fine for absolutely everybody, and a 30 series is still fine for absolutely everyone.
Well,
I'm not
me.
telling you to go
I'm
buy
not-
GPUs,
I'm not going.
but you're going to buy GPUs because they're awesome.
I gotta ask, Bubble Boy, what was your reaction to the 50 series? And then Jose, think about are you gonna upgrade Jose? Because I think Jose's got the upgrade bug.
He's got that itch.
Jose,
Well, and
Jose's
Well, hang
up
on.
for the
Let Chance-
technology. though. Jose's
Chance
up for the
answer first,
technology.
and then we
That's
can
why
talk about
Jose
it.
would do it.
Daniel and I already got to talk about this offline because when he stopped by,
That's all right, boys. There it is.
Ooh, looking crispy. Looking
Yeah.
good.
yeah, and I was confused more than anything. And maybe like some even huge PC Master Race fans out there that know what they were looking for seem to have been just as confused. Because I didn't understand how they were saying, like, I've in my head, I have this 4090 is like, that is the pinnacle. It's not never, but it is not going to get better than that for anything less than, like, I was thinking more $500 more than my rig. Right. And then to hear them say, well, this 5070 is going to be just as good and it's only $500. I'm like, I don't understand. Like, was everything that I just learned like a lie? Am I just really stupid and I can't figure it out? And I'm not saying you were lying, Bacon. I'm just like, I was so confused. I didn't understand it, but I really, really appreciate Bacon's advice of like, look at the lag things, look at these independent reviews, do all this other research before, which that's the kind of stuff that I think is so fun about the
I love this
PC
space. Yep.
space, right? And one of my favorite parts of going on vacation is the lead up to vacation and like researching things and where do I want to go to eat and all these different kinds of things, right? So that's what I've enjoyed. I'm not going to buy probably any of these, but I love learning about them and I love researching them and seeing these different things. So more than there's my answer. I'm probably not, but I'm excited to see when all these other outlets get to start doing those benchmarks and showing what it would look like
Very
with
gentle.
right, like with different games that I'm playing and stuff. So
So the way you look at it when they're saying the performance, when you put a two cards head to head on general rasterization, just straight GPU, no upscaling, nothing like, that's where the 4090 and a lot of people don't want to play with DLSS. They want straight native frames, and that's where the 4090 is still going to raffle stomp the 5070. So there's going to be a buying segment that's still going to want this for general raster. When you compare like AMD's highest end card, the 7900 XTX or whatever, and a lot of times their general raster beats NVIDIA's general raster. But then when you turn on something like ray tracing, path tracing, stuff like that, DLSS just smokes it. It's not even a competition. So you have to grade these things on what is your best use case. And for me, I turn everything on, maxed everything. So the 5090 is always the right answer. And the 5080 is probably going to be so good too. So.
and that's the other thing I was telling Daniel. I was like, I don't feel the need to upgrade. I understand how much better it would be if a 4090 landed in my lap. But now that I have cleared my PC of literally everything but gaming stuff, it is so flawless and so buttery smooth. I'm like, I physically can't even picture it getting better than what it is on my 4070 Ti Super. So
when it comes down to it, because now the 4090 is the oldest new hotness, I can still get max value for selling it now instead of waiting for the 60 series when the 4090 is going to be, and then I got to come up with a full 2,000 a pop. I still think I can get 1,000 for this on Facebook. That's half of it covered right there. So that's why I stay on the next generation every time.
Before
Not
we get
'cause it's
over
needed.
to Jose, because Bacon will talk about this all night. Shout out to Gentle Stone. Shout out to who said, I think Game Positive said, considering the 5070, waiting for real world test results though, currently in an RX 6700.
Oh my God, it's going to crush your 6700. Bro.
So Silken it might want to go 5070 TI, but not above. I don't want
That's
to
fair.
pay.
Absolutely.
The 57
that's
Ti was
absolutely
1,000, right?
No, it's 749.
749.
And it's got the same VRAM as the 5080. It's just a cut down version.
By the way, guys, I'm streaming. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm streaming Starfield
India?
right now.
Oh,
we
soccer.
completely forget. No, this is
Oh, Starfield?
Starfield, boys. So pretty dang playable. It doesn't feel like I'm
And
getting
that's
any
streaming
lag. This
and
is
you're
streaming
podcasting at the same time using all that
and
data.
using everything right here, you guys. By the way,
How many
I
drivers did you have to update?
I did try to do Indiana Jones but for some reason I couldn't get the buttons weren't responding to that. So that was a little
I saw you
concerning.
put it
I'm not-
down like you're like, oh, bad
so, but
example.
like here, look at we're in what's
Spoiler alert.
That's the DLC.
It's fine.
nobody has to know. Anyway,
All right, Jose's opinion. Let's
is
go.
Jose gonna upgrade?
The short answer is I don't know. But here's the thing: I'm not a hard no though, and honestly, there's two reasons. One of the reasons is Bacon. I mean, and I love Bacon for this. Sends me all this crap all the time, like advertisements and clips that he finds. Which again, I'm very appreciative because, like Chance, I love learning about this. That's been my favorite. It's basically a year since I built my very first PC ever and got into PC space, and I'm all in, man. I love it. I love learning about it. I know I still have a lot to learn. But he sent me this clip that was basically like the 5070 is amazing for streaming production. And for those that don't know, and this is not like a bragging thing, I run this show. I'm producing the show behind the scenes. So I could potentially use that. Luke, good to see you, buddy. Luke in the chat.
Hey, Luke, can your Steam Deck stream Xbox native games like this right now? Because
Actually,
my
it
Legion
can.
Go can.
His
Stream on.
probably
Sucker.
Yeah, he can.
So
I'm on House of Varun right now.
All right, keep
Check
going,
that
Chapo.
out. Sorry, Jose.
it's fine. So I want to. That's one thing that's intriguing to me. The other thing is honestly what Bacon said. It is one of those things. With technology, if you're going to keep up with it, it's not that you have to upgrade every year. I know that I don't. My 4070 Super is more than enough for what I need right now. But if I want to upgrade at any regular interval, you just get so much more resale value on it. And so at $5, I mean, I think I paid $7 for my 4070 Super. So even if I could sell it for $5, basically I'm going to pay $50 to upgrade to a 5070.
But who's going to buy it at 5, Jose, when the 45070 exists at 549?
I don't know. And I mean, that's the other part is I want to see comparably how it's going to do compared to my 4070 Super. Like I need those real time things to come out. So I'm not going to be camping out to get this here on the 26th or whatever it is, anything like that. But I think it's intriguing. The one thing I do want to say that I was so surprised about Bacon, I could not believe how thin the 5090 was.
That
Like
is
just
a two
considering how
slot.
big your 4090 is, because it's
you-
massive.
Have you seen the videos
come
from
on.
CES of the AIB cards that are 3-slot cards for that cooler, and NVIDIA got it into a 2-slot card? Like
That's insane.
what kind of
dude.
wizardry did NVIDIA pull here?
That's crazy, man. So I think it's cool, man. I mean, I'm not sold yet, but it's, you know, that's the beauty, I would say, of if you were console only, and no shame, I was console only for literally 38 years of my life. The cool thing about once my rig is built, you're only upgrading one piece at a time, right? Like that first initial jump in can be expensive if you're going to try to get some top of the line stuff. But then once you're there, you're there. The other reason I should also clarify is that the monitor I game on is a 4K monitor. It's a LG C2. So it's that does matter to me because I want that fidelity. If I was running a 27-inch, even a 32-inch like monitor, some of this wouldn't matter to me because I would never be running in 4K. So the 4K stuff does matter to me. That's the other piece that I should at least mention. But those are my thoughts, man. I thought it was great. This is the first NVIDIA show that I watched. I had a great time. We were all texting each other in our chat and Discord. It was a lot of fun, man. Shout out to everyone that joined.
Shout out to XEP. Shout out to Gentle Stone. Dude, Todd, I remember you mentioning this. I don't know if we talked about it on a show or you mentioned it on another one. Your friend, or was it in our Discord, upgrading from a 4080 Super to a 5080? I don't understand that, Todd. I don't know what your friend, why he would do that.
We need to see what DLSS 4 has to offer, and the
Called
low
the FOMO
latency
friend.
number 2.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, there's a ton of software that they give you for paying their high prices.
Game Positive. I just want to run a PvP service games at 1440, 144 hertz, single player 4K 60 for around $500 to $600. No, it sounds to me like the 5070 is going to be able to do that.
All there.
You'll definitely be able to do that with DLSS.
Well, not
Eric.
if he's talking like I think he's meaning the entire PC put together for that. Right?
No, I think he.
No,
I think
he
he's
already
just
owns
talking
a
about the
PC.
GPU. Yeah.
And he gets free money from his job to upgrade. So
Gentle Stone said I'll be able to swap the newer Legion Go V2 controllers on mine. I don't mind these. I actually have zero issue with the controllers, but yeah, that's good to know. I didn't know that. They showed it there, but they didn't show too many details on the next
Luke.
Legion Go. What did Luke say? When you're a PC gamer like me, all these numbers just make sense. Yeah, I'm sure they do, Luke. News story number 4. Speaking of Legion Go, the Legion Go S, we finally saw this. It is official. It is the Steam variant of the Legion Go. It runs Steam OS. It's going to be $4.99. Hey guys, I got a better deal for you. Just go get one of these for $3.99. You can play Steam and Windows and Epic Store games on there. Do we have much to say about the Legion Go? I mean, it looks like a nice device. I think it's got a bigger screen.
It's got the Z2 chip, though, right?
Yeah, but it's a
faster chip.
nerfed one, if I'm not mistaken, right, Bacon?
Probably.
I think it's the Z2 Go chip. Yep, there it is,
but
right
it's
there. It's a
still Z2,
Lenovo
which-
exclusive chip. It says right in here. So I think this is cool. Another option. Bacon, take it away.
I
PC
was
nerd number
super
one.
excited for the Steam Deck, and I pre-ordered, and I waited the months for it to come in, prepaid, everything, and it was a great piece of hardware, but it was literally such a small use case. If you're only playing on Steam, which I have a huge Steam library, so I get it. If you're only playing on Steam, fantastic. Battery life was better. It was smooth. Nothing running in the background.
Or if you're
Proton.
like Luke, you don't want to pay for anything and you beg
Want it for
Steam to
free.
send you a free one.
And-
Yes, there.
and you begged and begged and
That's
got
just
it,
because
yeah.
we're jealous, Luke. Don't
So-
listen to Dan. We just wish we got our stuff for free too.
The
Steam
better
actually-
device for Luke would have been the native Xbox app compatible device. Sorry, Bacon.
Right, and that's the thing. That was the thing. I was a huge Game Pass subscriber. I still am, and I was like, I cannot. And I put Windows on an SD card and had it side loaded, and I could dual boot both. And I was like, this is cool, but not what I was wanting. And I actually scalped that after using it for a month and made $250 scalping my first Steam Deck, used even. Awesome, right? And then once I heard that the Ally and everything it was doing, it was just more my use case. I'm not ever going to say the Steam Deck's not a quality piece of equipment. And this seems like it's going to be cool because I think it's probably going to get really good battery life running on the Proton. So if that's your thing, I don't know why you wouldn't just get the Steam Deck. Because of the cool trackpads and stuff like that. The stuff that the Steam Deck does and does very well. I don't know why you wouldn't just get that. So I don't know where this thing slots in. But the key thing is that Steam is actually selling their operating system to other handhelds, which
Is cool.
the way that we are breaking down all the barriers in gaming right now this is what we need to be here for. And this is actually really cool.
Bacon or Chance, any thoughts on the Legion Go S? Any interest, or you guys go with your
No,
RTLs?
goodness no. And I hate to be like that. Again, to reiterate what Bacon said, I think the use case is such a small window of who this is meant for. And I'm always the fan of, like, if you're gonna spend your money on something as expensive as this,
Bang
like,
for a
spend
buck.
just a little bit more and get so much more.
Right.
So
Jose, any closing thoughts on this?
No, I think this is cool. I'm not looking to buy the Legion Go. I have nothing against Legion. It's not that I don't think it's a cool product.
Legion.
I just think that I think it's a
good-looking
cool
device.
time that we're seeing this, and I kind of thought I'd see more from CES. Like, I'll be very honest with you. I thought there was going to be a bigger handheld presence. There has been a big one, for the record. It's not like nothing, but like, I kind of
we
thought it
didn't
would be
see
more.
the new ROG
Nothing
Allies,
from
did we?
ROG, nothing from MSI. Like,
I thought
just
there was
thought-
an MSI one actually.
Well,
maybe
AMD announced their
Or
new
no, maybe it was,
mobile chips, so that was important.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Jose.
But I think there were the chip things. So with the Z2 Extreme and stuff like that, I do think that they're opening the doors for some console stuff to come happen. And mixed with that announcement from The Verge about Xbox and Phil and like the developers, like there's some cool stuff on the horizon. Now, do I think we're going to see the handheld from Xbox this year? I don't. I think they still need time to kind of perfect it, but definitely cool, man. Like, it's just it'll be a cute time. Can I ask a question though? It's a sidebar for a second. So my brother for Christmas got me the adapter I told you guys for the HDMI for my Ally, so I can like plug it into a TV and play it as like a console basically. And I tried that today because my daughter got sick. I think she had norovirus, to be honest with you. She's puking all over the place. But I tried it and I was having trouble pairing my controller. To be fair, it was the Gen 1 Pro controller from Xbox, and I was also trying to like take her first, so I didn't have like a lot of time to work on it. But
I don't know if that
weird
has
Does
Bluetooth.
I don't think it has Bluetooth.
So here's the thing. Maybe it doesn't. So I plugged it in
doesn't.
directly because the dongle, the thing he gave has a USB 2.0 and then a USB-C for the power delivery stuff. And then it was working, but not on all the games and games that it should have worked with, which I thought was weird. Here's my question for you all. I mean, chat, if you know too, please let me know. What is the best controller to use with an Ally? That's what I would love to know. Like, what is a controller I could use? Because I know it has the
Never
built-in
thought of it.
controller, but that was the downside of like I wanted to literally dock it and sit on my couch. I'm just curious, like if anyone has any suggestions, I'd be curious to know them because I think that is one of the cool features about. Does your Legion do that, Dan, where you can separate them from your screen and it came with
Yeah.
like a centerpiece?
It doesn't come with a centerpiece, but I actually bought this
Yeah,
3D
that's it, that
printed.
thing.
I bought a 3D printed one off of Amazon, and so
to make
yeah,
it a
I can
controller?
turn
Kinda
it
like the
into a
Switch?
controller. Yeah, exactly. And why wouldn't you just use your
Because you wanted it on the
Elite
big screen.
version?
Because it
too?
was too far away. Like the like literally the thing was docked literally like in front of the TV, like right in front of it, and I was
doesn't
sitting at the
matter.
couch 8 feet away.
The Bluetooth isn't that the same as the Bluetooth that's in our PCs? Like I don't understand. You should be able to just use your Bluetooth controller, your a new Xbox Series controller.
Maybe that. Well, I only had the one upstairs. So
Yeah,
maybe
that
I just
one.
need-
I think I'm pretty sure the Elite Series 1 doesn't have native Bluetooth, if I'm remembering correctly.
I'm gonna blame it on drivers.
Damn it.
By the way, guys, I've
Game
got
Positives
Indiana.
that gave
I've
it
got
to you. I'll check that
Indiana
out later.
Jones running right now, streaming to my.
Oh,
Oops, spoilers.
yeah.
I'll look down so you don't know
Giza.
where I am.
Giza.
That's chance that's a spoiler. Some
Stop
people don't know the
it.
location.
Stop
It's a deserty
it.
place. It's warm. There's snakes. There's scorpions.
And pyramids.
That's good.
Show the
So
pyramids. man.
anyway, no, I don't want to do that right
I'm
now.
sorry. If you didn't know he goes to Giza in that game,
Right chance, a strongly worded letter.
Anyway, can your Steam OS do that? I don't think so. Sorry, I'll stop playing this. Sorry, so Legion Go OS, I did want to point out here, it's targeting 2.5 hours of battery life and demanding heavy games, which people are guessing a 55 watt hour battery on 20 watts. So battery life, I think that's where we need to start seeing
Yeah, we
some,
need to see the battery stuff.
the
improve
improvement
sure.
for these to really take
Well,
off.
I can use an emulator on my Ally and get like 7.
Uh-oh, the Nazis are attacking me.
There are Nazis in Indiana Jones. Just kidding.
yeah, I gotta be
Machine
honest. As
games
much
and
as
Nazis?
and I've even been one to be like to consider the
this is-
upgraded Ally because of the battery life. There's been very few times it's actually been an issue for me.
Right.
I every time I start to run low because I have 1,000 other things going on. I'm always like, yeah, I could probably. It's like a good
right now.
reminder to be like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I
Just
guess.
Be a member of society.
Yeah. No, I'm not going outside. I'm just saying like,
Touch grass.
no, God no. Bubble
Yeah, that's a
boy,
good
come on.
chance.
So I don't know. 2.5, great. Is that really all that different than 2?
I want more battery life. I'm always going to argue for more
Get a
battery life.
portable battery.
Sure, but how many times? And I have that, yeah, and it's worked great for me. So how many times, Daniel, have you been like, "Damn it, now I have to go sit next to an outlet, or I can't play anymore, and I'm really upset."
On a plane, when your plane flight is more than 3 hours.
Yeah.
Sure, okay, fair. I flew on one of those new Southwest
With the
planes.
plugs.
Did the plug work?
Fantastically. So for Cora, hold on. Actually, for Cora, I was using. Yep, never mind. It was plugging in Cora's iPad, but I mean,
Yeah.
it worked. I don't know how much juice it.
Closing thoughts on CES and all this.
This
Is
is a good question
Xbox,
from Todd.
they have to. Yes,
I agree.
They
I
have
think
to.
that
Otherwise,
Xbox
it's not
has
going to
be
sell.
top 5.
Speaking of Game Positive said, if I was at Xbox, I'd hire a long bearded wizard to make a gaming UI full Windows hybrid handheld and have the best of both. I agree. Have it to where you can exit out to Windows, but maybe have it that console experience right away. Luke said, my favorite Steam feature, wish listing and purchasing in the mobile app. Yeah, that's
Yeah, that is
feature.
convenient.
Wish list, so he wants people to buy him games.
Oh, I didn't know this. Gentle Stone Claw is supposed to have an AMD variant. Good to know. That would be another AMD. I'm interested to see how that would compare with the new Intel chips as
They
well.
would kill it.
So here we go, guys. Bacon is a huge AMD fan only when it comes to CPUs and the handheld GPU marketplace, or APU, I should say. If it's anything Team Red, when it comes to GPUs like the
just don't
XT
have
series. He says they're trash, and he permabanned me from being his friend. He said if I would have gotten the 7900 XTX.
You would be disappointed at the AMD GPU, bro.
Anyway, guys, let's skip. We don't need to talk about crappy
Assassin's Creed?
being delayed by a month,
Not
whatever.
for a month. Like who?
Yeah,
even
we're gonna
announces
skip that. Who cares? Good move. Smart move as far as I'm concerned. Let's jump into our last news story. I almost forgot the timestamp. Wow, we are just moving right along, aren't we, boys? Bubble Boy, let's do 2025 gaming, however you want to title it. Let's take it away.
No.
All right.
Sorry. I thought we were doing Assassin's Creed. Because we had more than enough for this week to not do the.
We can't get
Here's the
25
thing.
before
I don't know
things
when
start
we're going to
falling.
have time to do it again
Let's
because
predict.
ideally next week we realistically, if we're going to do, guys, Luke, Ains, PS Trophy Room, if we're going to do Fantasy Critic, we need to do it now because I'm pretty sure Donkey Kong comes out next week. That would be a guaranteed 9 out of 10 because it's a Nintendo game and I would have loved to have had that on our team. So like games are coming. Like,
Okay.
This is like, so it wasn't too much, was it? By the way,
No,
Indiana
yeah,
Jones
I
still
meant, no, I
running right
meant
now.
more. We had enough news and stuff, but
We don't
no,
have
I
to talk
just
too much
wanted to
about what we're
see
playing,
if
but-
anybody else had Game of the Year predictions for 2025. If there was anything that they thought was gonna compete with Concord for the lowest life of a game.
Here it is, you guys. This was Bubble Boy direct in our Nerd Chat text message group. Game of the Year 2025 prediction, biggest surprise prediction, biggest Concord flop prediction, most anticipated first party, and
then
games you're
games
certain will bump to 2026. So here we go. I've got hot takes, and I talked about this with Todd on Secret Friends. Okay, of course he's here. Of course, yeah, Concord. Dude, I'm so
He
sick
smelled
of
me
these
talking about it.
capping freaking copium, hopium,
Hoodie wearing
Concord people saying like Concord was a great game. Guys,
The
if it
market
was
spoke.
such a good game, why did it die in 2 weeks? We've literally never seen that. Clearly, it wasn't a good game. It was a game. A job well, no, not even a job well, a job done.
It wasn't. Yeah.
As what's his face likes to say, Jay Peterman, right? Wasn't that? Didn't he say that in Seinfeld? Also, I can't. Broncos aren't going anywhere. Sid Ains. Oh my!
We're never going to get to the end of the show if Ains keeps
Back to
pissing Dan off
predictions.
like this.
My prediction number one, Bubble Boy. You said
Game of the
Game
Year.
of the Year 2025 prediction.
Yeah.
Here's my prediction. Xbox will get a Game of the Year nominee for 2025. And if it doesn't happen this year, it's all rigged. That's my prediction.
Okay.
And what
Seems
game
like
is
some
that?
okay,
I
dude.
like that. Yeah.
So I said if Fable drops, that could be the game of the year. I think if it drops this year, I don't think it's going to drop.
That's cap.
So if it doesn't, I might give it to South of Midnight. And hear me out. When I'm talking about this, I'm talking about the perspective of Jeff Keighley. Astrobot just won,
Yeah.
right? Like you're talking about a game that the people loved because it was fun to play and a cool story. I'm just saying, like I think that would be cool, man. I have Doom up there because Doom's such a cool game, but like, unless they do something wildly different, it'll be so much fun and everyone will love it, and then we'll move on to something else because that's just kind of. what
I
Doom
just
is.
want a nomination. Terrence, what about you?
Yeah, I hope, and this isn't necessarily a prediction, even though that's what I said we should be doing. I really hope it's South of Midnight or Avowed. And I don't anticipate it being either one of those, but I just think those more South of Midnight than Avowed, but have such just a different look and feel to them that I am very, very hopeful that one of those, again, at the very least, could get a nomination.
Well, we forget a game that missed the cutoff, and it's Indiana Jones.
Well, oh
Game
my
of the
God,
year at the
Bacon.
Keighley.
How did-
Indiana
Oh my
Jones and the Great Circle is Game of the
Dude.
Year 2024.
Bacon is right. So erase everything else we all just said. How
Actually,
could
I
it?
think
It better
Avowed-
be.
I think Avowed has a really good chance. From what my insiders have been telling me.
Yeah.
I think Avowed looks dope, dude. I'm excited, and it's a
Oh
shorter
my
game. I
gosh.
like that.
All right. So what about something that like you think is gonna come by surprise and hit us all like what?
Code Veronica.
Wasn't expecting that.
Okay, I like that. I
Yep.
said, by the way, I forgot to say this. I recorded with Todd on Secret Friends Unite. Go make sure and listen to that episode. We did predictions for Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, and third party. So similar to what Jose is saying, I also stole this from Todd, but I'll take credit for it. New Resident Evil game. I think it's time, boys. I think we're getting a new RE
9
game.
or a remake?
Not either or. It doesn't matter to me. We also said GTA 5 on Switch 2. Shocking. Let's get that sold as many things as COD 2025 on Switch 2. And shocking, maybe, Bubble Boy? I don't know if Grand Theft Auto 5 is it coming out this year, boys. That is my Grand Theft Auto 6.
Yeah.
That's my biggest shocker. Was
That's-
either that's coming, it will make it this year, or it gets delayed.
No, that was my guaranteed slam dunk game that's gonna get bumped to 26. So
GTA 6.
yeah, for sure.
I got
What
a hot prediction.
hit me?
Okay, let's hear it.
PlayStation announces their PC launcher with day and date support inside their PC launcher.
I love it, Bacon. This is why I love you, Bacon, because I would love that. I don't know if this is the year for that to happen.
my God.
Same. Herman Hulse says said it.
crazy.
We need to reach more gamers.
He's crazy, you
Interesting.
guys.
Interesting.
Hot take.
And Big Box, yeah, Jose said he agrees. I do completely too.
Big
I
Box
mean,
asks, do you guys think that games that release in Q1 or Q2 have a hard time due to hype dropping during the Game of the Year votes? Yes.
Well, the game that's going to pull all the oxygen out of the room is GTA. So no matter what happens this year, if GTA lands,
Sure.
depending
that's-
on
and
I don't
if
know
it's
if that's a
woke-
guaranteed game of the
Oh,
year.
if
yes,
it's
it will
woke or
be.
not.
It will be, and I didn't nominate it for my prediction because I assume it's going to get bumped. So
That's fair.
So next one, we did biggest prize. Biggest flop is chances next to my biggest flop is, and I'm going to tie this into PlayStation. Okay, I'm predicting that Sony will actually announce something exciting at a real PlayStation
Showcase?
showcase.
Things are
Correct.
saying. A nomination.
This was also, I told Todd, I'm hoping PlayStation comes out of their, hey, we only make remakes, sequels, and third
Movies.
party
They make movies.
narrative driven action adventure games with stealth elements, shimmying through walls, hiding loading screens, knocking people out,
What about
sad
Marathon?
dad simulators.
That's not a thing.
I'm hoping Sony comes back to us with something exciting on the PlayStation side of things. No, Todd. Interstellar Galactic Prophet Heretic guy or girl doesn't count. Okay? It doesn't
That'd
count.
be exciting.
That's not coming
But
out
it's
this
not
year.
even coming out this year. So
That's what I'm saying. So, any flops or any other crazy predictions out there, boys?
I mean, I hate to say that I think a game is going to flop. I think that's a bad.
yeah,
I think that's a bad take for that's like cheering for people to fail. I don't like doing that. The one that I'm a little worried about, just because I don't know a lot about it, and I think Ains, if you're still in the chat, I think you got to see it or play it, is Fragpunk, only because it's another multiplayer, right? You're competing against the finals, you're competing against COD, you're competing against like everything that's out. Like, it's not that I don't want to see innovation in that space, but just like I'm worried that's not going to maybe do as much as they're hoping. Think of like a Crossfire X kind of thing, so or a Concord, right? So that I'm a little bit worried about.
Silken has said risky prediction. I know. I don't know if Sony's going to make something exciting or not. So,
I got another hot take.
if that's what you're saying. All right, let's hear it, Bacon. Let's hear another
Biggest
hot.
flop. Oh, I want to say it's going to be the new Assassin's Creed, but I'm going to go with Silk Song because we've all been waiting so damn long for this game
that's a good one.
that by the time we get Silk Song, we're all going to
Yeah.
be pissed at it.
It's just going to be the same game.
It's going to be.
could-
I think it's
yep.
going to just be a sequel. I don't know if it's going to be a flop.
Maybe that's
though,
the
Bacon.
shadow drop, gentlemen.
Not a bad idea. That's not a
Yeah.
bad idea.
I mean, that would draw some major news if they shadow drop Silk
Game
Song.
positive. Is Marathon coming this year? Maybe. Who
cares?
I'm not really that excited for it. I don't know.
There's only
anything
like 8 people
about
working
it.
at Bungie now, so
What was your other? Or Jose, do you got a hot take in there, or should we move on to the other one, Hari?
No, I don't have a hot take one.
Okay, well then, what was the other one, Chance?
The
What's your
first
last-
party, most excited first party.
We kind of talked about that, South
Yeah.
of Midnight for me. I'm also
Yeah.
very excited for Fable, even though I know nothing about it.
I
Fable,
don't think
South of
Fable
Midnight.
makes it, but
Those are my two. Like, I'm like, I need those games ASAP. And then games you're certain will bump to 2026. I'm certain Fable, if it's coming out later in the year, and Grand Theft Auto is coming out, bump that. Punt it. Sorry, boys. Keep Call of Duty in November. But I'll give you another hot and spicy take.
oh, here we go.
How many times will Xbox die in 2025? Says Dinero Primero. I mean, dude, if these games hit, I don't know. I don't see how that's possible.
Crossfire
My
was talking about it tonight. The
last-
death of Xbox.
They can stay away from Twitter.
My Todd said Dan appreciates my wisdom. I did appreciate some of yours. Todd also has some hot takes. Go listen to the episode, you guys. Mark was crazy.
We're gonna
Todd's very
report Todd
vague.
tomorrow.
Nintendo. This was my spicy Nintendo hot take, hot prediction. The Switch 2 is coming out in March. We're getting so many leaks. It's coming out soon. For $399 US dollars
Nope.
with a Mario
Nintendo.
Kart, new Mario Kart launching with
Why
the
would
system.
why would they put a new one when they could just
And
put paint
because
on there
Mario
and-
Kart 8 just came out on the Wii U. And
Bill doing
They might even put
I'm
7.
not done.
Nope.
Metroid Prime 4 will come out this year and will be
finally
cross
get it.
Switch 1, Switch 2. Why do you guys look at me like I'm crazy with the $399?
That's
Switch
right. I was
price?
wrong. I agree with you. I thought you said $299. My bad. I agree with you on $399.
I think
that's-
$399. It's got to be more expensive than the OLED. Technology's going up. We're getting more. They're gonna want to keep it cheap. It's got to be less.
Oh,
than
I don't think it'll be
$400.
OLED though. I think the
It dep-
$399.
No. I don't think it'll be OLED. I'm saying the OLED right now, current one is
Oh, yeah, yeah,
$350. Normal Switch is
Depends.
$299.
It
Go ahead.
depends on how many generations behind the Switch 2 is at release.
It's going to be
Like
like
the Switch
PS4
1 was
Pro. I
5
think it was.
years
I think it
behind.
was PS4 Pro power is what the rumors are.
Okay, so it's at least 10 years old. Okay, we're good.
Okay, yeah, I
So
don't.
it's 2013 technology. We're good. Oh, the Pro is what, 2016, 2015?
Okay, of the four of us here, who's buying a Switch 2 at launch? Oh my God, Bacon! Do you
I got
guys
Mario
see this?
feels, bro. I always have Mario feels.
And
Wow.
it's gonna, if it comes out in March, it's going to be March 10th. So
Okay.
Mario Day.
It's gonna be
Ooh,
450.
that's a
I'm just
good-
telling you,
good-
it's gonna be
good.
450.
450s Bacon. Any other Nintendo predictions here?
You think there's multiple models, Bacon? Are they going
Ooh,
to drop
no,
like an LED and an OLED at one
no.
time?
I
Or
do have a
SKU.
Nintendo.
Or if they drop the
prediction.
light with the standard one too.
Check
who
this
knows?
one out. First party Nintendo releases go on sale.
No.
No, you're crazy.
Absolutely not going to
Are they gonna add chat?
I like you, but you're crazy, Jose.
What about-
you're,
what
you're
about-
crazy, Bubble?
native chat support?
Misery, dilly dilly.
You don't have the you're crazy. I like me
I
from.
God dang it.
I yeah, native chat support. How about
No, we talked about that.
achievement system?
Bubble Boy, it's so funny you mentioned that on
It
Secret
was
Friends
Bacon.
Unite.
Bacon mentioned it.
Oh, sorry, Bacon. We mentioned I think that was a question Luke wrote in. What new features do you think is gonna be on the Switch 2? And I said it's definitely not gonna have a proper voice chat. Nintendo will refuse to
Just
give
let
us.
them add Discord. That would be great.
They're not gonna do
yes.
that. They're not like that.
God, Discord would own.
Nissa is so pumped for this year, guys, for 2025. All the games: Winter Burrow, Avowed, Adamfall, South of Midnight, Tales of the Shrine, Claire Obscure. So many. You got that. There's too many games, Nissa. You're absolutely right. Todd says, why do people think GTA 6 won't launch in 2025? What else does it need?
Because it's been in development
Okay.
since like what, 2008?
Quick raise of hands of the group. Who thinks it's coming out this year? GTA 6, raise your hand. None of us raised
Do
our
you
hands.
guys remember Red Dead Redemption was right up against their
We
original
are so
launch
concerned
date?
over here, guys.
Remember Red Dead was supposed to launch and they like a week before they delayed it for an entire another year. Am I wrong?
But here's the difference. This game, GTA 5 was 2013 on the
Yeah.
Xbox
On the
360
X360,
and PS3.
Yep. So they're gonna wait until the Series X and the PS5 are in their latter years.
Twilight years.
It already is, Chance. We are already
4
there.
years old.
Not as close as the 360.
No,
was when that
by
launched, so that they
potential-
can immediately charge another $70, if not $75, for the PS6 version.
Yeah, Yeah, Diego's got a great point though. When was that GTA 6? Where in that gameplay
was
was
like 3
that
years
gameplay
ago.
looked pretty good. Exactly.
It
That was
did.
usually
Well, it was
Yeah,
a
but that's a
Ninja.
vertical slice, dude.
Yeah,
But
That's
and
not
you
the whole
want the game to come out this year. It's a good year, 2025. It just,
course
it just
I want it
works.
to.
It just works. It would be perfect year for
Why
it.
not 2026 GTA 6?
It just works in 2026 GTA 6.
Yeah.
Well, you got me there. All right, guys, this has been the news for the week. Let's quickly go into anybody want to share what have they been playing and or watching?
Yeah, I can go because my background, as Diego noted. Does anybody know what that is?
That was
Jose
like
had a
indie.
Was that
great
cool?
guess.
Avatar.
It is Daniel
Oh.
Avatar. Which is again Matt Valdez.
Shout out to Matt Valdez, number one
out to Matt.
supporter of the Nerd Chat, paying our salaries instead of
Yeah.
Bill.
and Hideo. I don't understand it.
Yeah, what's going on?
Here's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And if you're just listening and you're not watching, even if you are watching, this screenshot does not do it justice. This might be the most beautiful looking game I've ever played. And
More than indie.
more, oh yeah, and more than Hellblade because of how Hellblade was like such a focused, not narrow, but like it was almost like a movie that you played.
Right.
Just sorry.
I know what you're saying. Yes.
No, I was
Sorry.
laughing at Jose.
Right, like the environments and how everything's changing and you're flying all over the place and past things. The graphics on this thing are incredible, and yes, of course, because my PC is running how it's supposed to now, I have everything set at ultra and 4K, and it's just absolutely crushing at 120. Looks incredible. Downside, I played it right after Indy, and so I keep I'm like, well, this wasn't as fun as Indy, and this part wasn't as fun as Indy, and I'm like, what was so cool about Indy was that it wasn't complicated, right? Like there was nothing about Indy that was so. At first, I was like, oh, there's not a ton of gunplay, and the fighting might get boring. It never got boring to me, and in this, there's so many different options. I'm sure if I had played this a year ago when it released or a year from now, I wouldn't have that critique because I would have not just played Indy. But I am very overwhelmed with the amount of crap I can do. I should have expected that from an Ubisoft game too, though. But looks amazing, sounds amazing. The story is good so far. I'm not even into the Avatar universe. I saw the first one maybe once.
Chance, nobody
Still
is.
haven't,
And yet it's
still
the
haven't seen the
biggest grossing
second
film.
one.
I don't understand it.
This is a good movie.
Love the Pandora at Disney World and Animal Kingdom, but again, huge shout out to Matt Valdez. I am very much enjoying it. So
Nice. Jose, what have you been gaming?
Jose,
Jose,
muted.
yeah, you're muted. Jose,
Muted.
I will do
Muted.
this until you
Sorry,
get
I did that 'cause my phone was ringing.
the sound.
okay, he got it. He got it. You can
Yeah.
Stop, Dan.
I don't want to get takedown. We've been watching Squid Game because Dan
Yeah.
he wouldn't shut up about it. I'll be very honest with you in all of our chats.
Had you not seen the first season before he was saying all that?
No, we saw that last year. That's
Okay.
fine. We started watching the new season. I'm sorry, she
Yeah.
clarified.
Yeah.
3 episodes in, and I'll be honest with you. Episode 1, I didn't have high expectations. I was just like, I don't know where they're gonna go with this.
Yeah, I know.
And I
I
literally
agree.
turned it on to like fall asleep to, and an hour later, I was up and I was like, damn it, I need to turn this off so I could go to bed because I was into the story. Here's what I will say. My only critique, because I think actually I'm into it. So is Victoria, my wife. I forgot how dark it is, dude. And I'm a
Yeah.
dark dude. I love
is.
Halloween. I love scary horror is my jam, but it's like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
real depressing. Like I'm gonna
Yeah.
be super honest with you. But it was
You weren't
super fun.
expecting
But even having said that, Allie's like, she hates the dark, depressing stuff. She can't stop watching.
That's
Like,
exactly.
it-
That's
It's
like
exactly.
that
compelling.
says something. That says something.
So we've been watching that. We caught up on Landman finally, so we're up to where they're being released. That's
yeah, I'm all
also
called
really
up.
good.
Top
What
5
is this
story.
landlord bullshit?
It's not
keep hearing about
Chance.
this.
It's I can't. There's 20 other shows that are better than Landman. It's very well acted.
It's called landlord, is how it's pronounced. I'm like,
I mean,
mostly
basically, it is your landlord of oil plots. Yes, that's what it's
I'm a
about.
very wealthy one.
By the
Oh,
no.
go ahead. You're fine, Dan.
No, go ahead.
The other thing is playing games. I'm trying to get through Stalker, and I mean that very lovingly. Like I've really enjoyed my time with Stalker, but like I need to be able to get some other games. I want to get to Silent Hill 2 and stuff like that. And we're gonna get into game season very quickly here. So I'm trying to I'm trying to beat these out. And Stalker's great, man. Like if you never jumped into it when it released, it's a cool game. One of my favorite things is that it's a great game to play podcasts on, or like to listen to them, because there's a lot of time where you're just exploring and collecting things and you got to go put it in your thing. And I like that in a game. That's fun to me. And so having a great time with that. I think I'm 32 hours in at this point, but so I've got to be getting close to the end of the story. I've started to basically mainline it. I'm not doing a lot of side stuff at this point. The other part is, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier. I'm pretty sure my whole family is sick right now. Like we're basically in quarantine. Penelope, I think, had norovirus on Monday. Scarlett woke up at midnight last night, puked in her room, puked on my floor, puked 8 more times every 45 minutes on the hour, which was not great. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, but I stayed home today to be with her, and then Victoria came home and she's like, I don't feel good. So the good news is I may have some time to game here soon, but in between taking care of them. And then the last thing is I did jump into the Squid Game event in COD because I do like that operator skin. I did pay for the paid version of it. I think I've got 2 left, so that I got to get that done in the next week or so. But other than that, man,
quick. You'll be fine.
The one thing I want to watch, everybody at work, that's 2 people, I mean, that I talk with shows about, have said Creature Commandos on HBO. I'm blanking right now. Who's the dude that's doing Superman? Why am I blanking? James Gunn. It's a cartoon series, but it's about Creature Commandos. It's supposed to be super dope. So that's kind of my next watch that I'll watch over the coming weekend. So other than that, man, just enjoying the time and trying to not get sick. So that's what I
got. Bacon, what about you?
I am currently 42 hours into Veilguard. I had low expectations heading into this game, and this game is absolutely slaying in every turn. If you are a fan of Mass Effect and old BioWare, this is the game for you. There are so many similarities to the structure of this game. You could just tell that it's like an old shoe they put on. Quest lines are fantastic. It's the same. Get a teammate, build loyalty, try to take them to bed, and then go finish the fight.
Is Miranda in it?
No, but Veilguard is so freaking good. And even Mike, my buddy Deja Vu, does not play single player games, and he is
every time he's in Discord, he's like, oh, playing this dragon.
And that is a true tell of a game that, I mean, he played through God of War, and that's about it. He hasn't touched any. He only plays Call of Duty and Diablo.
Deja Vu, go play Mass Effect, you son of a.
But he loves it, and I love it too. I am absolutely shocked and taken back by how good Dragon Age is, gentlemen, and I can't believe none of you have played it yet.
What class are you playing? Did you say? I didn't.
I'm a rogue, so I use a bow a lot, and then a lot of the combat is so freaking good.
Do you?
Karen?
Because that's the other thing.
Karen, Karen
I'm slightly hesitant to jump into because I just can't decide. Because I remember back on Inquisition, starting as what was I? I know it.
Have you played all of them?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, so I don't want to hear any hate, Bacon. Me and Chance
bro.
played Dragon Age 1 originally.
I'm telling you,
first. I played it on PS3,
screen,
by the way, you guys. PS3
the way
game.
they do the splash screen for Veilguard, you're like, Mass Effect? Like, you literally give you the
Mass
feels.
Effect's better. I'm sorry, Mass Effect's
I
better.
was pretty underwhelmed with the magic, but I want to play it as magic. Have you done much? I mean, I guess if you're a rogue,
I have magic spells on my character, and the cool thing is you can control your teammates and control the spells they work, and you can control the path of their upgrades and stuff.
Okay.
And if you're getting your butt kicked, you don't have to go all the way back to home base. You can just go to a save point, pick a new teammate, and then go. I mean, I killed 4 dragons in one day on Monday, and I was just like,
I made a Kunari character that I really liked a lot, and I might have to go.
I just like the rogue because of the speed, and you do have magic stuff. You can pick whatever part of the skill tree you want to go to, and whatever magic you want to get from that. So, but Mike, Deja Vu also is doing a rogue, so it's so good.
It's good to know.
I don't know if I've replayed the same mission yet. And I'm 40 hours in. Everything seems different, and the missions are different for each biome you're in, or each companion's missions you're doing. Dude, I love it.
Good to know.
Bacon, keyword though, you said earlier though, you went into it with low expectations, and that's generally a good thing.
I did because I let Twitter get me.
Yep, and then
Does that allow
it will
Twitter
blow
to
your
do
mind.
things to me?
That's how I went into Starfield, and that's why I personally love Starfield so much. I wasn't expecting the insane things that the internet was expecting with Starfield, and that's why I loved it. And I was blown away by Starfield's story and everything about it. So that's generally just a good thing to do when you're going into games instead of letting the internet. Yeah, because you were.
But
You
you
were
know,
pretty
you
down
guys know
on
my
it.
attention
You were pretty
span.
down on it, Bacon, before.
You know my
went
attention
into
span. I play like 17 games at once, and I never finish any of them. I've not played anything but Veilguard.
Yeah, that's
very true.
impressive.
And I've literally, next mission. I just want to get that next mission. I'm up at midnight, and I got to get up at 6 a.m, and I'm just like, ugh. So. Play Veilguard.
I don't have much to add. Just I beat Metroid Fusion. I don't know if I mentioned that last week. I beat Metroid Zero Mission. I beat Blasphemous last night. I'm just kind of going back and cleaning up some collectible things and trying to get a different ending. I do recommend Blasphemous for people who are a fan of Metroidvanias. I do have some issues with it. I don't think it's up there with the Ori's or
No.
Did you play Blasphemous?
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you beat it? Yeah,
Ooh,
I don't know.
no, I don't think so.
I don't think the combat
wouldn't
was
know.
very
Played
difficult.
it on my Nintendo Switch, and how would I be able to go back and find that information?
That's true. I don't think the combat was necessarily that difficult, or the bosses. Like the final boss, I beat him on my second try after I just figured out some of the patterns, which is nice. I don't want it to be too difficult. It was the platforming and landing on spikes and some of the cheap deaths. I felt like that was my biggest issue. Oh, and the vagueness. You think Hollow Knight's bad with telling you where to go and directing the story? This game is just like that, and I hate that. I need some sort of direction. Give me an arrow, a glowing arrow.
glowing,
something.
yes.
That's all
Yellow
I need to
paint.
show. Like
Something.
in Ori, it was the
Elden
little,
Ring didn't have that.
Yeah, but
it
it had the candles.
Just
it
kidding.
had something point. This is different.
I
Like the
know,
side
I
stories.
know, I'm kidding.
You're right. That's actually a great analogy, Bubble Boys. Blasphemous is like a Metroidvania meets Elden Ring. Like very vague side stories, a general direction. Not even, but I have to disagree. It didn't even give me a general direction of where to go with bosses. With the what would they call it? The stupid fire things with the flames pointing in the right direction.
I do it again.
There was nothing like this in this game, and I don't know
years
how.
ago.
I don't know how people figured out some of these side quests. It's ridiculous. So I enjoyed it enough that I do want to play Blasphemous 2, and I enjoyed my purchase. So that's really it. I've been playing in Legion Go, and I've been
Dan,
playing
what's your
Call of
next
Duty.
big game? What are you going to play next?
Yeah, so I think it's going to be Banishers, and then. I, to be honest, I want to play Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, but I'm like, I got to get rid of these new games now before, because
don't do that.
I have Final Fantasy 16, but those are my big games. But I've been enjoying testing out the Legion Go, doing the battery stuff.
Dude,
like
Black
that,
Flag will
so-
probably run pretty good on your Legion Go, honestly.
Oh, it absolutely
sure.
would. But
Yeah.
I want to play it on my TV. I don't know. We'll see. So anyway, that's what I've been playing, guys. Let's close the show like we always do with the best food we had this week. Jose, I'll go quickly. Did you add the stuff on the list?
I did not
that
tell you
had?
right now. Sorry.
So please add for me 2 pizzas, 1 Chipotle burrito, I believe I had on there, and what was the last thing? Oh no, yeah, 1 Chipotle burrito. Had that tonight, and I think the best food I had this week was I had 1.5. How are we doing? Are we doing the 0.5s or not, Jose? I couldn't
what?
remember. Breakfast burrito.
Oh, no, roundup. We'll call that 2.
But I didn't have to. I
Why
don't like
couldn't
that.
Why couldn't
we'll
you
call it
eat
one.
and finish
Can we?
it?
Why
Why
can't
do you
we
have to
do?
be a quitter?
Hear me out. Because
No.
my wife,
We don't want
I knew it.
half
I knew it.
numbers.
As soon as I went there, I'm like, should I get another one?
Yeah.
Demoted. You get 1.
And she was like, well, maybe if you save a half for me. So of course I got 2. It had to split a half for her, and she loved it. So, but the breakfast burritos I showed you the picture. They were like $9.50 each, and I'm like, I can't
heinous, dude.
spend more than $20 on 2 breakfast burritos. So I
You
only
just
got 2.
wait till the potatoes are sourced differently.
Guys, we are gonna get cheaper prices as soon as the new administration
going
gets
down.
into office. We
Eggs
just
are
have to
going
be patient.
Are you going to be harvesting and farming all those potatoes, Daniel?
What's a potato?
We're buying Greenland, if you didn't know.
Bacon, what was the best food you had this week?
So, I for the first time in my life, I believe I ate a salad for a meal, and only a salad.
You don't win friends with salad.
You don't win friends with salad.
Have you guys
You
ever
don't win
had
friends
eaten a
with
place called
salad.
like Four Leaf or Yeah,
Of course
four leaf
not.
is what it's called. It is literally like just good salad. I had a chicken Caesar full bowl. It was a full meal. Came with one little roll.
Lettuce.
Best Caesar salad I've ever had. And then
Okay.
tonight, the wife made chicken Caesar salad again. So I've had chicken Caesar salad
All
twice in
right.
2 days.
Good for you.
I mean, that story started a lot worse than
Guys,
Ended up.
Diego
worried.
or one of the other mods in the chat, I'm going to need you to put Nissa Hauer on a 5-minute timeout. She just said that I got Chipotle by protest. I had no money and had to use a gift card I got from my mom, and I just got a quesadilla.
Just gets a quesadilla.
Nissa, that's literally my name.
5-minute timeout for Nissa, please. Deja vu. I went to Arby's and I got a large fry. When I came back home, I was wondering why I felt like barley and fires. Then on news today, saw a big thing about them skimping on fries. It
There was barely any
bad.
fries.
Okay.
Batter.
Oh, okay.
Fries, that
batter.
barley
Just
and
so
fire.
good.
Um,
So good.
the Diego Pereira, the way Bacon said salad, like it was some foreign word to
I don't eat a lot of greens, folks. I don't care
Big
for
Box
vegetables.
1431. Chat GPT says Denver has 7 pro sports championships. Buffalo has 0. Listeners of the Nerd Chat, do the right thing and root for the good guys. And Josh Allen, we
Negative,
trust. Catch you next week.
Josh Allen should
And
be a
Bo
Bronco.
I'm a man.
Nix.
I'm 40.
God bless the Broncos and God bless Bo Nix, baby. You're going down, Big Bucks. Sorry. You would, Big Bucks, wouldn't you rather lose to us than lose to Kansas City in like
Right.
the AFC
Yeah,
Championship? Like,
100%.
come on. Like,
It's
come
gotta
on.
sting
We're gonna
us
do
to
you
have
a
a 7th
favor.
seed.
We're gonna do you a favor.
Put you out of your misery early.
Maybe next year. Sorry.
They need some wide receivers. They don't have any help there.
Todd said, "Don't skip me." Todd, I made a short rib ragu pasta.
Fancy.
All right.
That sounds like it's
That
6
sounds
hours.
delicious.
Nissa's. I told someone to ban or put Nissa on a timeout. I'm not going to read that you love Qdoba. Okay, Nissa.
I love Qdoba too. Because they're
Bubble
quesos.
Boy.
I don't
Bubble
hate
Boy.
Qdoba.
Bubble Boy was the best food you had.
Well, Cora kind of gave a spoiler, and you might want to mark
Fries.
this down on your timesheet. I owe Daniel an apology, people.
Oh,
Are you
I
going to
haven't-
praise the Burger King fries? You son
I
of a
have
bee.
enjoyed Burger King 2 times in a row.
I told you. Nobody listens to me. Because you got that one Whopper and you loved it. Yep.
Yeah, well, the other one
Yeah.
sucked, but the one was a
I
win.
agree.
The
Guaranteed
melt?
win.
Is it
They
the
need to
melt?
put
I
that-
got the Schrumen Swiss melt tonight.
Oh no.
What?
I just don't like mushrooms.
Okay, get the bacon one, get the original one. It was fantastic. I absolutely loved it. The sauce
Yeah, these are the
was
ones that me and
incredible.
Court love.
Yep,
Melts,
the
right?
bread,
the melts are
the
incredible.
bun,
Yeah.
So
The melts are good.
Where have
my
you been, Bubble Boy? Cordy and I have been
hating
chowing
Burger
down on
King.
these.
I've been hating Burger King and just avoiding Burger King. It was the best
wait.
fast food burger I've had in since I can remember. Really.
Oh my God.
that's a bold claim.
Yeah. It.
Chance, I didn't know they brought back the melts. What am I doing? See you guys.
I literally just told you they.
See you online. He runs off.
It's been like 2 weeks. And so then the other thing that I don't know how they snuck this one past me. Did you know they have 3 kinds of French fries there?
What?
No.
Yes, they have 3 kinds. One of which is a fiery one. I didn't try that one.
I'm gonna look this
The
up
one
right
we tried,
now. Wait, I have it on my app.
churro fries, which
How
were
were they?
definitely just churros. They weren't churro fries at all. They were churros. They were delicious, hot, chewy churros, and they give you chocolate dipping sauce for them.
Good
Is that
God.
a fry then?
How many
They-
calories are in these
no.
fries, bud?
Yeah, that's not a fry.
Doesn't matter. And no, I
It's a
know,
dessert.
but it was like, hey, choose from one of 3 fries, like original, fiery, churro fry. And I had to ask the lady, which is another thing that I have to point out. She said, you rule like 3 times to me. And that just felt good. It felt great. Like even
Yeah.
better.
Did
than
you
it
get your crown
was my
too?
pleasure. I didn't.
Why
And
not?
I know
The kids love getting them.
No, I sucked. Those churros knocked my socks off, man. No different than what I would have gotten at why am I drawing a blank? The fuzzy tacos, like just a good ass churro with chocolate dip in the sauce.
Well, I'm happy.
Massive win for Burger King. Mark it down. I was wrong.
Thank you.
The fries still kind of sucked.
Really? I think their fries are
They're
underrated.
okay.
If they're hot,
okay.
they're okay.
Yeah,
They're pretty good. And Jose, take it home.
So I'll be honest with you. Start of the year, we're not on like a crazy health kick. That just, thank God, now that I'm 40, my wife is like, "You're a grown man. You could do what you want." But to be fair, like I also turned 40 in a couple weeks actually, and so I was like, I should probably I need to be a little bit better. Like Todd said, thank you, Todd. You're looking out for us. You know, I could make smarter choices, especially with work and stuff. But so hasn't been anything too crazy. However, shout out to my wife for one of my stocking gifts this year was literally a thing to hold sauce in my car. It clips on the vents.
It's incredible, you guys.
And it works insanely well. And so in honor of that, because I hadn't tried it out, McDonald's released their McValue menu where you buy an item and you get something for $1. And I literally got nuggets, not a double stack. No, not a double stack.
McDouble.
Not a McDouble though. It's a double cheeseburger. That's what it's McDouble cheeseburger, chicken sandwich, and fries. Total was like $7 for those four things, which was pretty solid. And it honestly, like the chicken sandwich was not the hot and spicy, which I didn't love.
Oh,
that.
it wasn't?
It's just the chicken sandwich. So I don't love that.
Gross.
But it was fine. I love the dipping thing was great. But the thing she also got me in my stocking, I didn't tell you that I forgot this. She got me beef jerky that is chili cheese Frito flavored. Chili cheese Frito.
Is it a Slim Jim one?
No, they're it's like the.
I don't know. I don't know if I like the sound of this.
It was good. I'm a little worried about my acid with it. I'll be honest, because it's severe.
Did you say ass end or acid?
Did you say ass man?
I'm the ass man,
reference.
Jerry.
The other thing I forgot. To tell the chat last week. I finally tried a pickled Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
We went to Micro
Oh
Center.
God.
We went to Micro Center.
Heinous.
And there was a Sonic right next door. I took my daughters to go there, and I was like, I'm gonna go try this. It was not as good as I hoped. I love pickles and I love Dr. Pepper, and I kind of thought it would be something cool. It was actually very gross. I did not like it, so do not recommend. The other thing is, it was a real rough week back at work. Last week I was telling the guys about it, and so my wife, because she loves me, was like, I'm gonna go get him a snack. She got these. Chance, I think you tried them.
Oreo cookies?
Oreo cookie Coke
Oh.
Zero. I have a whole pack of them. I have had one.
Yeah, there you go.
I don't hate them.
No,
They're not. They're a lot. That's, I guess, what's it. They're a lot. They're a lot to take. So I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Maybe I'll give them to people as like gifts and stuff like that. Surprise for Christmas
Stocking
next year.
stuffers.
But other than that, nothing super crazy this week. Looking forward to it is my good friend Zach Morris's birthday tomorrow at work.
Shout
so
out.
we're getting some Popeyes.
Chicken Popeyes.
So a little preemptive chicken sandwich for tomorrow. So that's what it's been good, man.
Very nice. Shout out to Nissa. Nissa got a free sub from Jimmy John's, a free chicken sandwich from Burger King. Just living it up over there. And Dinero Primero said, my wife calls the McChicken from McDonald's a McMayonnaise. She says they put way too much. That's the best part. Are you kidding me? All that mayo mixed with the spicy McChicken.
I mean, I like the mayo, but sometimes it's a
Incredible.
little excessive.
No,
I agree with
no,
you.
It's like on
the
corner
opinions
of
of
mustard.
all of the white hosts on this show.
No, I love a spicy McChicken with
The
all that
more
mayo
mayo,
in there.
the better.
I do. I love mayonnaise. Gentlemen, this has been the Nerd Chat episode 193. My name is Daddy Diwali. You can follow me at Daddy Diwali across all social media. You can follow the show at the Nerd Chat Podcast on all their social media sites. Make sure at Blue Sky we've got like 10,000 followers over
Too
there.
many.
I don't know
I
how
can't keep
he's-
track of them all. Yeah,
how
I
he's
don't know
doing
what-
it over there. Guys, shout out to the
doing
chat.
anything.
Blast as always. I was telling Allie the other night, I'm like, we really need to get you on the show. I think the chat would love to have the wives
sure.
of the Nerd Chat on
She
here.
was
She's like,
behind the
"No,
curtain."
you know, I don't want to be in the main. And then I looked at her Facebook randomly because I wanted
Maybe that's
to,
why she doesn't.
Tennis guy?
no, hear me out. No, I got her YouTube because I wanted to show her the clip of me dunking and shooting that Jose made. I shit you not, you guys. I went to her search bar. What's the first thing that she searched for?
The Nerd Chat.
Not only was
Tony
it not the
Jewels.
Nerd Chart, she
Trophy room.
she searched us by our old name. Xbox record this.
Bless her heart.
Because and I'm like, are you serious, Ellie? Have you been spying on me? One, and she's like, yeah, of course. And number two, you can't even search our name that we've had for longer now. I was
You should
Cora
be
still
grateful, man.
calls
That's
it
awesome.
XRT2,
I was just like, are you kidding me?
but Cora's 8.
What do we do?
Anyway, Jose, where can people find you?
You can find me Chipotle Bear everywhere, guys. Shout out to everybody that's been connecting on all the platforms. Blue Sky is a great place, man, but we still do post everywhere. So if one of those other platforms is your preferred one, you can find us there. Again, thank you to everyone in the chat. Great to see all of our friends, even for a little bit, even if they were just lurking. Thank you for the support, guys. And as always, if anyone's into games, you don't mind sharing the name, we are on that. Our goal is 500 this year. 1 year
We
from
gotta
now,
get there.
2026, we want to be at 500. So anything you can do to help us that, we'd appreciate it, guys. Thank
Someone-
you. Appreciate it.
Put Todd on a 5-minute timeout really quick. He just said mayo is the worst. Okay, I can't do Bubble Boy. Where can
Todd,
people
you're a
find you?
Midwestern man. Like, I just that recipe you sent me was 85% mayonnaise. So, people can find me on the road driving to work because we do not do snow days in Colorado
Hi,
anymore.
this is
Apparently,
Allie. I can't get
yeah.
to the phone right now. Stay busy.
Hung up on your ass right there.
So on the road.
Bacon, where can
Through.
people find you?
It's still on Twitter, unfortunately. It's where all the best salt is, and I can't get away from that crap hole.
Himalayan
I
pink
do
salt.
occasionally go to Blue Sky, but yeah. Thanks, chat. You guys are awesome, as always. I prefer Miracle Whip as well.
Miracle Whip
Deja
is
vu.
just mayonnaise that expired.
I don't
I
know
like
about
Miracle Whip.
that, but
I don't know why my wife continues
I didn't
to
say it
put
was
me
bad. It was
on
delicious.
voicemail here.
she doesn't want to be out to our million viewers, bro.
Here's she probably saw the last 2 minutes of me calling her out, but I did want to report back. Remember, you guys asked about the ragu or what was that cheese? On the lasagna, you asked her
Ricotta.
what
Ricotta cheese. Regat.
definitely
Slap
was
shot
in
ricotta.
the recipe.
Because you
guys.
don't make lasagna without ricotta.
very
That's
rare,
a
not
rule.
100%.
Yeah,
Like,
That
I've
and
never heard of
ravioli.
ricotta-less lasagna.
I have, and it's
That
delicious.
sounds vegetarian.
You just offended the entire country of Italy, bud.
It's like a McChicken, spicy McChicken without the mayonnaise. It's incredible.
Okay, 16 ounces of ricotta, 1 cup Parmesan,
How does somebody
3
not like
cups
ricotta?
of mozzarella.
You
That's
just
what
farted all over
recipe
the
held.
place, weren't you?
Dude.
I mean, he was gonna anyway.
You're right.
so-
I completely forgot. That's why I had such heinous gas that day.
because you were breathing is why you had.
As always, mayonnaise lovers.
Yeah.
See you online.
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 You never had a chance, Timmy.
Get you eventually, Graybush. Time is on my side.
Hey, at least I have a bush.
The Nerd Chat is an Xbox podcast celebrating all things gaming, food, and the good old days. You can follow the show at the Nerd Chat Podcast across all social media. The show was created by Daniel Walenzik, and you can follow him at Daddy D. Wally. Co-host and producer Jose Martinez III can be found at Chipotle_Bear. Former intern, now co-host Jason Jarrett can be found at XBaconGaming. And former co-host, now returning intern, Chance Siegel can be found at BubbleBoyN7. If you'd like to find out more about the show, please visit nerdchatmedia.com. And as always, see you online.